Hello and welcome to Hometown Sports, TV 40 bringing you the racing action from Silver Spring Speedway. This is our last program of the year, Joe.
Yeah, and it's the big one. It's the 100-lapper for the Sportsman, and they'll also have a C and a B main, plus a 20-lap feature for the top 21 in points for the limited late models.
We have Larry Jackson, a 4-time winner of this event, and also Dwight Lobb, a 4-time winner. Johnny Murphy, a 3-time winner. All those guys looking for a win tonight. Could be anybody's race. We're going to start the program off with the time trials. The top 14 are automatically going to have a position in the feature tonight. Then positions 15 through 30 are going to run a B main, with the top 10 going into the feature. And we're also going to have a C main. And whoever has qualifying times 31 through however many cars we have tonight will make it into the B main. They're only going to take 5 from the C main. So we have a lot of racing on tap for tonight, Joe.
A lot of racing, but usually they get this one over fairly quick.
Kevin Berger, car number 31. Kevin Berger picked up his first Sportsman win this year. Kevin Berger coming around for lap 1. 16:03, that's a new track record, Joe. 16:03, I didn't believe it when they posted it. Kevin Berger coming around for lap number 2. $16.79. Donnie Beaver, car number 10. Don Beaver picked up his first feature win 3 weeks ago. His first feature win of the season, I should say. He won a couple other Stroh's events last year and the year before. Car number 10. Donnie finished 10th in the Stroh's points, and he finished 11th in the Silver Springs. A 16:59, that's the fast time so far, Joe.
And he's getting through this time. It might be a little quicker. It seems like it anyhow.
16:47. Donnie Beaver has the fast time so far. Rich Eichelberger, the 1990 Silver Springs point champion. That was his first championship ever. I thought he won one before, but that was his very first, Joe.
That's his first track championship. I think he won one of the very first Stroh's titles.
Rich had 3 feature wins this year. 16:50. 16:50 for Rich. Coming down the straight. Second lap time, 16:62. Howie Locke, car number 77. Howie Locke had 4 feature wins here at Silver Spring Speedway. And I believe he had 3 Stroh's wins. He finished 2nd in the Stroh's points and 2nd in the Silver Springs points. 16:72 was his first lap time. Howie really came on strong at the end of the year, Joe.
Definitely, that's what in the one race he overtook.
16:59 for his second lap time. Larry Jackson, the 1990 Stroh's champion. 8 feature wins this year. He finished in the top 10, 32 out of 38 times. Lightning Larry. 16:69, how's that for a time, Joe?
Matching his number.
Larry Jackson coming around looking for a faster time on lap number 2. Larry Jackson, a 4-time winner of the 100-lap event. 16:61, and that is the fast time so far.
winner. Race into Family Ford Mercury and join the championship team of sales, parts, and service at one location. Family Ford Mercury of Carlisle. Motorsport and genuine Ford parts. As you wait, oil changes up to computer engine diagnosis. Daily rentals, leasing, and the #1 Carlisle sales team, all for you at Family Ford Mercury. We're known for being a fun dealership and sponsoring many area race cars, but mostly we want to be known as your personal dealership for the 90s. Family Ford Mercury of Carlisle. See us before you buy anywhere.
Watch out. Strap yourself in. The wildest show on wheels is about to roar into your living room. The United States Hot Rod Association brings you the ultimate home video. Blood, sweat, and gears. Bigfoot takes on the toughest full-blown competition ever. But then he faces his greatest test. It's man versus machine, with Sergeant Slaughter and his battle battalion challenge Bigfoot to an all-out tug of war. So if you want gear jamming, car-crushing, down and dirty action, get ready for the video event of the year. Blood, sweat, and gears. Get your credit card ready and order your video now.
To order your video, call 1-800-962-0700 toll-free. 1-800-962-0700. Or send check or money order to Televideo, Rockefeller Station, P.O. Box 431, New York, New York. But hurry, supplies are limited.
If you're not quite as inventive as I am, you need to go to Patriot Auto Parts. You should see the place. They have everything a do-it-yourselfer might need. Brand names, foreign and domestic parts and accessories, friendly service, and expert advice, all at low prices. Save you quite a bit of brass. Patriot Auto Parts, York Road in Carlisle. It's a capital investment in your auto. Try it again, George. Got to cross the Delaware by midnight.
We're back with the C main. 5 of these cars are going to move on to the B main. We're starting 25 for this C main. 12 laps of distance. Here's the lineup starting on the pole. Car number 11, Don Calmer. Starting second, Tim Leapart in the 71. Starting third in the 6th, Daryl Schaefer. Starting fourth, the 12 of Mike Irwin. Starting fifth, Doug Midori. Starting 6th, Johnny Eberstall. Starting 7th, Phil Long in the 18. Starting 8th, Scott Kleinfelder in the 29. Starting 9th, the 71K, 71L of Bobby Weaver. Starting 10th, Ron Walborn. 11th, Larry Gulick. 12th, Harold White. 13th, Mike Donner. 14th, Larry Bear. 15th, John Provenza. 16th, Glenn Yackel. 17th, Wild Bill Heckert. And last is the 55 of Mark Zimmerman. 12 laps in distance. As we said, 5 cars will move on to the B main. This is almost like a feature lineup. Mike Irwin getting against the guardrail, turn number 2. He drives the car off, but I think there's some front end damage. We will see the yellow flag for Mike Irwin, car number 12. He got banged around up there in corner number 2 and just got pushed out against the guardrail. Looks like Mike Irwin's night may be over, Joe.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it. I think he definitely has steering problems because I don't think he came off the wall on his own down in front of those other cars.
3 ways to qualify for tonight's feature. One was to be the top 14 in time trials. The second is the C main to the B main, and the last is the B main to the A main, the main feature. 5 cars from here will move on to the B main, and then 10 cars will move on to the A main. Timmy Leapart, quick coming off corner number 3, jumping out to a big lead. Tim Leapart followed by Don Calmer, Daryl Schaefer, Johnny Ebersol, Larry Gulick in the 96. Doug Midori coming to a stop in corner number 3. He gets it running again. Daryl Schaefer, Johnny Ebersol for 3rd and 4th. Doug Midori in the 50B. Got spun around. I don't think there's any serious damage to the 5. We'll see if he's just going to need pushed off or not.
Doug Midori has a left rear flat tire from that altercation with the 5.
Doug Midori going to take the car into the pits. This is the last chance race for these guys. I mean, they're only taking 5. We started 25 cars. They're only taking 5. Your chances of making it to the B main are very slim.
If you start anywhere from about the 4th row back, just about forget it.
And they also went heads up with the time trial, so the faster guys were starting in the front of the C main here. Qualifying for the 100 lapper is strictly done by time trials, so it definitely pays to be the faster car, Joe.
Yeah, it does. With that inversion from time trials, that's where you really don't know if you want to set the fast time or not.
In case you're just now joining us, fast time was set tonight by Kevin Berger in car number 31. He ran a 16:03. The old track record was held by Dave Courtier. It was a 16:30. The second fast time was held by Don Beaver. Third fast time went to Rich Eichelberger. Fourth fast time to Howie Locke. Fifth to Larry Jackson. Sixth to John Stoner. And seventh to Bob Fantasy. And we understand they're going to invert the top 7 for tonight's feature. So Bob Fantasy, chauffeur of the car number 93, will start on the pole for the 16th annual 100 lapper. With the 100 laps, though, you've got your time to work through the field, so I don't think anybody's going to be real disappointed that they're not starting on the front row, Joe.
Not really, because a lot of times when you do get starting on the front row, you're the first one to get into lap traffic, and it's all bunched up, and that's when the problems happen.
Clarence, the head flagman, has the green flag ready. They're going to throw the green the next time out here. They're going to go around yellow here. The lights are out across the track. 3 laps down, 9 to go. It's Tim Leapart, followed by Don Calmer, Daryl Schaefer, Johnny Ebersol, and Bobby Weaver. Bobby Weaver, I thought he would turn in a much faster time than what he did, Joe.
It didn't seem like, for Bobby, it didn't seem like the car was handling the turns. When he went to throw it in, it looked like it wouldn't come around for it.
Daryl Schaefer, his backup car, Davey Callman, turned in a real good time. We'll see him in the B main. Green flag is out once again. Tim Leapart having a great start. Three abreast racing action for that 5th spot. We had Bobby Weaver, Johnny Ebersol, Phil Long side by side. There you can see some of the racing action further near the back of the pack. Just running away with this event. Followed by Don Calmer. There's the battle for 3rd spot. Daryl Schaefer, Bobby Weaver. For 3rd and 4th spot, Johnny Ebersol holding on to 5th. Ron Walborn and Phil Long. Phil Long's upside down. Ron Walborn in the 21 come charging into corner number 2. We have Phil Long. The car's on fire. He's trying to get out. Phil Long, car number 18. The safety crew is on the scene. Phil Long and Ron Walborn making some heavy contact coming off corner number 2. The car rolling onto its side. You can see the ambulance moving onto the scene. We'll see if they got Phil Long out of the car. Car just bursting into the flames then. The safety crew, as always, to the scene very quickly. Well, we're going to take a break into racing action here. We'll return with the final 7 laps, and we'll also let you know how Phil Long is in just a moment.
Everyone loves pets until it's time to vacuum. Damp sponges and sticky tape just don't do it. Threads and fluff clog and plug the brush and hose pipe. What you need is the Whiz. Attach to your vacuum and pick up the worst mess in a Whiz. The secret's in the patented weave. The Whiz is like a porcupine. Go against the spines, everything catches. Stroke with the spines, and all is released. So in the pulling motion, the spines of the whiz pick up and hold. In the pushing motion, everything is swept directly into the vacuum. The whiz does the work, not the suction. Want proof? We'll cover these carpets in kapok and pet hair, coffee grounds and thread. Now, watch the whiz in action on the wool carpet. Difficult nylon, sculptured shag, and industrial cord, all spotless in seconds. And so too is the whiz. Expensive velvet upholstery, another mess. But one wipe with the whiz and not a speck of dust is left. Without changing attachments, go from carpets to hardwood and linoleum, onto the upholstery. Even remove dust from wallpaper and curtains. The universal adapter fits your canister or upright vacuum. Who needs cumbersome attachments? The whiz is so much quicker. Ever do stairs this easy? And it's perfect for the car seats and carpet. Order the whiz today on this special TV offer for only $9.95. And change this to this by changing this to the whiz. Have your credit card ready. Here's how to clean up.
Credit card ready and call toll-free. 1-800-441-4848. That's 1-800-441-4848. Or send $9.95 plus $4 shipping and handling to The Whiz. Post Office Box 7140-M, Buffalo Grove, Illinois, 60089. That's The Whiz. Post Office Box 7140-M, Buffalo Grove, Illinois. Sorry, no CODs.
We're back with the C main. We have 5 laps down and 7 to go. Phil Long, car number 18, was okay, but is unable to continue. So his night is over and possibly his racing season, Joe.
Definitely, unless he wants to go to the other track that's going to start running in a couple weeks.
Tim Leapart has led every lap, looking to make his way into the B main. Ron Walborn, car number 21, real loose in the corner. Bobby Weaver trying to get around Daryl Schaefer for 3rd spot. Weaver and Schaefer. Daryl Schaefer almost clips Donnie Comer, and Bobby Weaver gets underneath him. Bobby Weaver trying to go for 2nd now. Don Comer, car number 11, Weaver in his 71L. Johnny Ebersol holding on to the 5th and final spot. Daryl Schaefer having some problems coming off the corners, Joe. Ebersol gets by him for 4th spot. There's the battle for 2nd and 3rd. Bobby Weaver right on Donnie Comer's back bumper. And Weaver gets by him for 2nd spot. We have the 71s running 1st and 2nd. There you see Tim Leapart in the 71. And there's Bobby Weaver in the 71L. We have 2 laps to go. Ebersol and Schaefer for 4th and 5th. Schaefer gets back around Ebersol for 4th spot. Ebersol comes charging back. Wheel-to-wheel racing. They're side by side as they go through corners 3 and 4. 1 lap to go for Timmy Leapart. Tim Leapart making his way down the backstretch. Looking to move on to the B main. Tim Leapart wins the C main. 2nd will go to Bob Weaver. 3rd to Donnie Comer. 4th to Daryl Schaefer. 5th to Johnny Ebersol. 6th goes to Ron Walborn. Tim Leapart moves on to the B main after winning the C main. We'll return with the B main right after this.
Tools, tools, tools. You want them, we got them at Sears Outlet in the Carlisle Plaza Mall. From pliers and saws to screwdrivers and tool chests. But if you see it, buy it, because when it's gone, it's gone. Sears Outlet also has what you need for home and garden or just plain relaxation. You can buy both Sears and name brand goods at 20 to 60% off original retail price. Savings like that, the price is right and the quality is Sears. Be sure to visit Sears Outlet, too. Women's fashions at a fraction of the price. Sears Outlet in the Carlisle Plaza Mall.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
WHYL commercial, take 1.
Hi, I'm Scott Donato, host of the brand new Country 102 morning show. We'll play more of your favorite hit country music every morning, plus keep you up to date on news, traffic, and weather. In fact, we play 1 million songs an hour at Country 102.
No.
What's wrong?
Scott, we don't play 1 million songs an hour.
Details.
Look, just stay with the script,
Okay.
just like we rehearsed it.
Okay, great.
WHYL commercial, take 2.
Hi, I'm Scott Donato, host of the brand new Country 102 morning show. If you want to hear someone cheerful and exciting in the morning, tune me in at 102.3. And hey, I'll give you $10 million if you're the 10th caller.
Scott!
What's
$10
wrong
million.
Well, I just wanted to make
Stay
it
with
sound
the
cool.
commercial. Look, it's obviously not working today.
What do you mean, man?
Camera's off.
Fine. Sam, if they only knew we do our show in boxers.
WHYL Country 102.
Clean Machine Car Care Center and Total Business Promotions have teamed up with other high-quality area businesses to bring you the number 96 Sportsman, driven by Larry Gulick Jr. Clean Machine Car Care Center on the Carlisle Pike can either sell you a newly reconditioned used car or rejuvenate your old car to that showroom-like luster. And Total Business Promotions can handle all of your business needs, from forms to banners, company pens to custom-designed T-shirts. Call TBP and give them your order. Clean Machine Car Care Center of Mechanicsburg and Total Business Promotions in Carlisle, the winning team for the 90s.
We're back with the B main for the Super Sportsman. We're going to find out who the last 10 qualifiers are for the 16th annual 100 lapper. Starting on the pole, car number 41, Jimmy Shuttlesworth. Starting second, Dave Courtier in the 76. Starting third, the 2K of John Yinger. Starting fourth, the 49 of Bobby Howard. Starting fifth, the 66 of Leroy Martin. Starting sixth, the 75 of George Group. Starting seventh, the 27 of Scotty Oshman. Starting eighth, the 7J of Jeremy Trout. Starting ninth, Dale Hammaker. Starting 10th, Jerry Wolf in the 50. Starting 11th, Billy Crawford in the 1C. Starting 12th, Paul Troutman in the 16. Starting 13th, Danny Heger. 14th, George Ryden. Starting 15th, the 91 of Lenny Hake. Starting 16th, Billy Albright. Starting 17th, Tim Leapart. Starting 18th, Bobby Weaver. Starting 19th, 11 of Don Calmer. Starting 20th, the 6 of Daryl Schaefer. And starting last, Johnny Ebersol. This event's going to be 15 laps, and they're going to move 10 into the feature. The big 100-lapper tonight. This event's going to pay $4,000 to win, Joe. By far the biggest event for these gentlemen.
$4,000 plus lap money. So if somebody could lead this for a good portion of it, they could be taking home a lot of money.
This is paying off more than what some of the sprint car championship races do in the area. The light's out on the pace car. They're going to go green this next time around. I believe the only former winner of this event in this B main would be the 2K of John Yinger. The green flag ready to drop. Jimmy Shuttlesworth, car number 41 on the pole. Dave Courtier, your former track record holder. George Wright, car number 39, stopping on the front stretch. Looks like the car just shut off. The 39 of George Wright brings out the yellow flag from the initial start. We'll see if he can just get pushed off or if he's going to need a wrecker. George had started about 12th spot. Head officials are checking over the scene. They're going to crisscross them. You can see them motioning to the drivers to crisscross. We're going to have a double file restart here since we didn't have any laps in. While we have a break in the action here, there's a couple people I'd like to thank. During the course of our first year of filming the races here at Silver Spring Speedway, there's been many people involved with putting on the quality finished product that you see every week. At this time, I'd like to thank them all. Some of the videographers, cameramen we had were John Bittner, Doug Legore, Ron Rickens, Brun Freeman, Pat Boyle, Bradley Peterson, Linda Ranby, Rich Brooks, Chris Conrad, John Whitmire, and Ed Spey. Our producers for the year, Kristen Branham and John Burke filling in for Kristen twice. Our directors, Mike Concepcion and Craig Sipes. Some of the announcers we had this year. Doing color all year was Joel Nolan. Randy Rakers filled in for us, and also Ray Hoke. And lastly, the man I'd like to thank, who comes in every Sunday morning at 4:30 and edits the race, Joe Gusherowski. Without all these people, it'd be hard for us to put on this quality program that you see every week. And I'd like to thank them all one last time. We're going to get to green this next time around. Jimmy Shuttlesworth on the front row. Dave Courtier in a 76. "15 laps of distance." Jimmy Shuttlesworth with 2 feature wins this year. He said he's going to concentrate on the Super Sportsman next year, and he's giving up the late model. Bobby Howard gets sideways. A couple cars get tangled. They all made it out of it, Joe. I thought we were going to have a couple cars piling up.
So did I. I don't believe how they got through that.
Jeremy Trout in the 7J up to 5th spot. Followed by Leroy Martin in the 66, Bobby Howard. John Yeager, Jeremy Trout for 4th and 5th spot. John Yeager in the 2K holding him off. Jimmy Shuttlesworth being challenged by Dave Courtier in the 76. Jimmy Shuttlesworth holds him off. Shuttlesworth and Courtier pulling away from the rest of the field. That battle for 3rd spot is heating up. Jeremy Trout trying to get underneath. John Yeager in the 2K. We started 21 cars, 10 to move on to the 8 mains, the big 100-lapper. Bobby Howard making a move for 5th. Howard into 49, followed by Billy Crawford into 1C. Bobby Howard, car number 49. Jeremy Trout, right on the back bumper of John Yeager. Positions 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all right together. 6 laps down, 9 to go. Jeremy Trout gets a little sideways. Jimmy Shuttlesworth starting to pull away from Dave Courtier. He has about 6 car length advantage. Bobby Howard has taken over 4th, and he's trying for 3rd. Bobby Howard in a 49. Side by side with John Yeager. He backs off a little bit. Bobby Howard takes over 3rd. Bobby Howard's on the move. Right now, George Group is holding on to that 10th and final qualifying position. George Group in the 75. There you see him right in the screen. Leroy Martin holding on to 7th. Jeremy Trout takes over 4th. John Yeager falling back to 5th. Dave Courtier making a move for the lead now. He has caught up to Jimmy Shuttlesworth. Yellow flag is out. It's the 34, John Ebersol, in the grass down in corner number 2. Johnny Ebersol. Right as that yellow came out, Dave Courtier was making a move for the lead. We have 10 laps down and 5 to go. This is going going to put Bobby Howard right on the back bumper of Dave Courtier. He's really come on the last 5 laps, Joe.
Yeah, so since the beginning of it, when he got hung out on the start, the car seems to be working a lot better.
Johnny Ebersol in the 34. Looks like he's just going to need a push. He's got a lot of work set out for him, though. He's going to have to pass 16 cars in order to qualify for the 100-lapper. I would say it's almost an impossible task, Joe.
Definitely, I think it's an impossible task. Right now, the number 50 of Jerry Wolf is the man on the so-called, what they'd say, bubble. He's numbered in 10th place.
Jerry Wolf, 10th spot right now in the 50. Everybody running this event will get some money, though. This is a B main, and since it's a main event, everybody will get some money. Silver Spring putting out a lot of money for this 16th annual 100-lapper tonight. Jimmy Shuttlesworth, car number 41, has led all 10 laps. We're going to get to green this time around. We have 5 laps to go. Jimmy Shuttlesworth ready for the green. The green flag drops. We'll see if Dave Courtier can challenge him once again. It's Shuttlesworth followed by Courtier, Bobby Howard, Jeremy Trout, and John Yeager. That's your top 5. Bobby Howard into 49, trying to run down to 76 and Dave Courtier. 4 laps to go. To Leroy Martin, 9th to Billy Albright, 10th goes to Bobby Weaver. Jimmy Shuttlesworth with the 15th fastest time will start 15th in the 100-lapper as he wins the B main. We'll be right back with the limited late models in just a moment.
Do you love creamy desserts with rich whipped cream topping, but hate those extra pounds of ugly fat? Imagine, now you can turn skim milk with 0 fat into thick, delicious whipped cream in minutes. Introducing Gourmatic, the power machine that works like magic. Look again, a weight-reducing dream. Finally, enjoy the treat, lose the weight. Amazing. Create dozens of tempting desserts, fat-free recipes you can whip up in minutes. It's all here in your Gourmatic recipe book. Make healthy, all-natural peanut butter right in the can, crunchy or creamy style. Fresh ice right in the glass for exotic fruit drinks. So healthy, they're bursting with vitamins. Whip frothy fresh orange juice in seconds. Pineapple cocktails for tropical treats. High-energy fresh vegetable soup. Just add boiling water for a piping hot bowl of health your family will love. It blends pie crust and dough. Homemade breadcrumbs are easy as 1, 2, 3. At last, fresh, healthy mayonnaise with half the oil, half the calories. Gourmatic does the work of all these old-timers. Just look at that messy cleanup. But Gourmatic rinses clean in seconds. And it's so safe, you can immerse it in water. Use the chopping blade to make lightweight meat salads and spreads. Mash the creamiest potatoes right on the stove. Grove, puree fresh tomatoes for gourmet sauces and specialty dishes. Use the special grinding cup for gourmet coffee beans, great hard cheeses, pulverized chocolate, coconuts, or spices. You've seen the identical machine sell on TV for over $100. But now, you can own this amazing power machine for just 3 easy payments of only $22.95 a month. So go ahead, treat yourself to the Gourmatic, and finally enjoy delicious gourmet delights without the worry of gaining weight. Here's how.
To order, have your credit card ready and call toll-free 1-800-242-6800. After you receive your Gourmatic, you will be billed in 3 monthly installments of just $22.95 each plus shipping. So call 1-800-242-6800. To pay in full by check, call toll-free for address. Credit card users, order now, 1-800-242-6800.
Welcome back to TV 40. I'm David Brent along with Joe Nolan. Tonight we have the top 20 in limited late model points. And here's their feature event. The lineup, starting on the pole, Craig Shover, car number 9. Starting second, Ron Little from Dover in the 1. Starting third, Dave Eitner in the 71. Starting fourth, Barry Howard in the 17. Starting fifth, Ken Ryland in the 4. Starting sixth, Carl Graves in the 27. Starting 7th, Jeff King in the 117. Starting 8th, Charlie Cope in the 18. Starting 9th, Jimmy Shuttlesworth in the 06. Starting 10th, Ed Jones in the 43. Starting 11th, Smokey Fry in the 112. Starting 12th, Carl Billett in the 2. Starting 13th, Brian Shuey in the 128. 14th, Roy Miller in the 14. Starting 15th, flying Jerry Wells out of York in the 55. Starting 16th, from Manchester, Harold Beinhauer in the 40. Starting 17th, Wilmer Weiss in the K3. And starting last, the 91 of Brad Beecher. Brad Beecher filling in once again for Jimmy Bernheisel, who drove the car last week. He was filling in for Jeff Leapart earlier in the season. We're going to go green this time around. 20 laps to distance. Jimmy Shuttlesworth's going to have his work set out for him. He drove the 15-lap B main. He's driving his 20-lap feature, and he's going to drive the 100-lapper. That's a grand total of 135 laps of green flag racing, Joe. Ron Little in the Pepsi number 1 takes over the lead from Craig Shover. Ron Little has told us he's going to be in a red, white, and blue Pepsi number 1 next year. We were not here last week, but Jeff King in the 117 picked up. Barry Howard gets sideways. Jimmy, the 43 of Ed Jones. We have about 8 cars down there piled up. Jimmy Shuttlesworth, Smokey Fry, Carl Billett, Jerry Wells. Smokey Fry and Jerry Wells are going to drive through it, the same as Chris Shuey. Barry Howard and Eddie Jones making some heavy contact. Eddie Jones in the 43. Barry Howard in the 17, just to the left of Eddie Jones. I don't know if we can pick up the car of Barry Howard. Some heavy contact on his car, though. Carl Billett, your 1990 track champion for the limited late model division, also involved in this accident. The 17 of Barry Howard. He got sideways coming off corner number 2. Eddie Jones drove up over his front end with nowhere to go. And you can see the results. The car is all smashed up. The only good thing about this is it's the last race of the season for him, Joe.
You have a long off season to get a car put back together.
Meanwhile, Ron Little is your race leader, car number 1. 20 laps of distance. We have 1 lap down, 19 to go. We had the top 20 in late models here tonight. They didn't run any heats. They're just a filler division for the 16th annual 100-lapper. Barry Howard being taken into the pits. We should get the green the next time around. They're having some problems getting the 17 off the track. They're going to run them around yellow one more time here, just to make sure that they get the 17 of Barry Howard in. In case you just joined us, he got sideways coming off corner number 2. Eddie Jones drove up over the left front end of his car. You can see the damage to it. Amazingly enough, Eddie Jones has rejoined the back of the pack. Doesn't appear to be any damage to his car. As they take Barry Howard's car into the pits, he's done for the night, done for the year, it looks like, since this is their last race. Ron Little, your race leader, followed by Craig Shover Dave Eitner, Carl Graves in the 27, and Kenny Ryland in the 4. Looks like what they did was invert the top 12.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they did, and then they just put the rest of them in according to their points. And they were supposed to have the 20 cars, but it looks like when we took the green flag, there was only 17 cars out there, and they only had 18 down on the sheet. So
yeah, I believe 2 cars were suspended from last week. There was quite a bit of banging and bumping going on, and I believe 2 cars got suspended. So they weren't able to drive the last race here, or should I say run the last race. They're going to go green this time around. Craig Shover in the brand new Bernheisel car. He'll definitely be back with that car. As he got that car hooked up and running, he really started coming on there at the end of the season. Ron Little holding a slow pace going down the backstretch, ready for the restart. 1 lap down, 19 to go. The green flag is out. Some sheet metal flying down the front stretch. I don't know what it is or whose car it's off of. Charlie Cope in the 18, up to 6th spot, trying to work his way into 5th. The yellow flag comes out. I believe it's for the sheet metal that was flying across the track, Joe.
Yeah, I think it was the like the fill-in section on the side of a nose cone on the front of these cars.
I don't know if we can catch the track officials in corner number 2 running across the track. Going to pick it up. You can see them there. There's a piece of sheet metal that could fly up and get into one of the driver's cages, cause a lot of damage. Better to be safe than sorry. Track officials doing a fine job, as they always do. We'll go green this time around. We still only have 1 lap down. Carl Graves is up to 3rd spot. Being that they didn't count that lap, I'm surprised they're going to let him hold on to that spot, Joe. Seems like they should have reverted back to the last completed lap, and Carl was 4th, and Dave Eitner was 3rd.
Actually, on the scoreboard, they don't have him up to 3rd.
They have been 4th. Well, apparently they're going to go green without moving him back. This isn't a point race, so I don't know if there's a lot of concern over it. We have Bernheisel cars running 2nd and 3rd. Ron Little in a billet car holding down the lead. Ron Little having some problems coming off corner number 2. Craig Shover moving up alongside. Dave Eitner's challenging Carl Graves for 3rd spot. Carl Graves in the 27, Eitner in the 71 takes over 3rd. Kenny Ryland. There you see Dave Eitner making a move for 2nd. Dave Eitner taking over 2nd. Dave Eitner's on the move. Dave Eitner running the low side, sticking that car in on the very bottom of the track. Craig Shover holds him off. He gets a little sideways down the backstretch. Carl Graves gets around him. Jeff King, last week's feature winner. The last point race, Jeff King was the winner. We weren't here to film it. We were over at Williams Grove doing the National Open. Carl Graves trying to take over 2nd from Craig Shover. Shover into 9, holds him off. Jeff King and Dave Eitner fighting it out for 4th and 5th. Jeff King gets a little sideways. Eddie Jones on the front stretch. Yellow flag is out. Jones and Brad Beecher. Beecher in the 91. You can see Eddie Jones is in against the cement guardrail. The 2nd accident for Eddie Jones. You can see, I think, what is a drive shaft laying on the track, Joe. I believe that's a drive shaft laying down there on the track.
Definitely what it looks like. And if that's out of Eddie's car, that won't be the first time this year he's lost one.
Well, the helmet is off for Eddie Jones, so I think he's done for the night. As the wrecker arrives on the scene, they're going to take him off. And we'll return in just a moment.
Be a winner. Race in the